What is going on YouTube? The Grand Tovega, also known as Addixx, live here yet again. And I'm going to try to make this video as quick as I can. This video is going to go up on both my channels, new and old, the Grand Tovega, as well as Addixx Life XII. So be on the lookout for this same video on both of those channels. Trying to get this to a broader audience. But yeah, this video is pretty much going to be a small vent, I guess you can say, pertaining to how my status is with YouTube right now and how I feel about YouTube, I guess. I don't know how else to explain that. It's weird. But basically, god damn it, man, I'm just not having fun with this shit anymore. I just don't feel the fun in creating content for YouTube anymore. I just don't. You know, I don't know if it's just that. Well, of course it is also. It also has to do with not being at the status that I was before, you know, back in like 2013, 14, 15, where I was a lot bigger than I was. Nothing huge or anything like that, but definitely more of a regular uploader and a regular channel for people to view back in those years and whatnot, especially 2013. That was my year, and I dropped the ball on it. But I don't know if it's the fun factor or if it's that, or it's a mixture of both, which it most likely is. But I'm just not having the time that I used to have with this shit. When I came to YouTube back in like 2010, late 2010, early 2011, it was just for the fun of it, man. YouTube was a whole different game. It wasn't all this partnership, these rules, that, copyright this, infringement that. It wasn't all this shit that it is now. You know, YouTube is still a very entertaining platform, but it's, boy, has it changed since it was, you know, back in the day and shit. At least when I started using it. It has changed, man. You can't even curse in your videos, you know, and get ad revenue. You can't even do that anymore with a lot of partnerships and shit like that. I don't know. The policies have just changed so much. But that's not really what I'm basing this video on. It's more so towards like me just not having fun making anything, you know, and I don't know why. A part of me still enjoys it, but for the most part, I'm just not into it the way I used to be. And I'm just shaking my head as I'm saying this because it's sad to say. And this isn't the first time in life that I've been through something like this, where I love something so much, you know, something that I've done for so long, so much, and then all of a sudden just drop it. I'm not saying I'm gonna drop uploading to YouTube or anything like that. But just to give you an example, growing up, I was just a straight full-blown artist. That is all I cared about, was art, sketching, creating something, painting something, doing something creative, making scenes on paper. That is something I did. You couldn't put a fucking pen or pencil in my hand and expect me not to draw something on whatever I see, whether it be a table or a fucking a blank piece of paper or even an important document. I'm gonna find a way to doodle something on there. I don't know if it was compulsive or whatever, but that's just how I was. And I guess it wasn't until after I had or recovered from my spinal fusion surgery. If you didn't know I had spinal fusion, there's a link down in the description below explaining that whole story. You can go watch that if you want to. But it wasn't until after I recovered from spinal fusion that I just stopped caring for it, you know? When I got out of college, around the time I stopped going to college, I dropped out of college, I just didn't care to sketch or do anything like that anymore, just like that, off the fucking snap of a finger. And I still don't understand why. I don't care for it the way I used to. I don't have the passion. And it's sad to say that, because you ask anyone, the one thing they could tell you about me is that I love to fucking sketch. That's what relieved my stress. But I guess I could say that YouTube kind of took that away. It kind of transitioned into content creating, editing, because when I became a video editor, which was around the time I stopped sketching, that's when I really just became, you know, so heavy invested in the editing. I love that shit. And I still love editing, don't get me wrong. I don't know. I guess it just kind of fused into something else, some other creativity. I want to direct now and shit. I guess all that just transitioned into something else. And I feel like that may be what I'm going through with YouTube right now. Maybe I want to part ways with this shit and transition into something else. But at the same time, I don't. I really don't want to let YouTube go. But I don't want to continue creating content for nothing. That's one big factor with me. It may sound real bitchy. It has to sound bitchy. If I'm saying it and I'm saying it sounds bitchy, I know it's gonna sound bitchy to y'all. But I feel like if I'm making something that isn't getting seen, what is the point of making it? You know? And of course that pertains to my status on YouTube now from where it used to be. I used to get thousands of views on videos back in a couple years ago, and then I stopped uploading for a long period of time, and I did that a lot, and it started to tear down on my channel. Basically, I started to create dead subs, people who aren't paying attention, people who aren't getting, you know, my videos in the sub boxes, and that had to do with YouTube's algorithm. We've talked about that a lot in the past and shit like that. And it also had to do with me dropping the ball and just leaving the shit from time to time, like I just did right now. I've been uploading, you know, at least once, I guess, a month, or maybe every 3 weeks or whatever. Still not a lot of uploads, but at least I've been more active than I was before when I left, you know, before, if that makes any sense. But as it stands, I'm just completely confused at myself right now. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And it's hard to say that, being the type of person that I am. I have leadership qualities, but so it's hard for me to admit when I'm just, I don't know if I want to continue doing YouTube. But I do know this, I am going to at least try to give it one more run. Damn, voice crack right there, voice drop, whatever you want to call it. Need some water, shit. But I'm going to try to give it one more run. I'm going to try to get everything involved, YouTube and Twitch. And I'm going to use both channels for this, not just the new channel. Of course, the new channel is still the primary, but I'm going to try to get the second channel involved, the old channel, iDocLifeXII. And we're going to try to come together with something. And another thing I really want to get involved with, and I keep saying this, is streaming. That's another thing. I have this mindset where, like, what the fuck is the point of doing something if nobody's looking at it? And that's how I feel with streaming as well as content creating on YouTube. When I stream and I'm sitting there for like an hour with like 2 people watching, I just say fuck it and cut the stream and just start gaming on my own without, you know, the stream running. I don't know, that's just something in my brain that I have to get over, you know? I have to learn that you gotta start slow. You do. And I should know that by now, since I've had like 3 Twitch channels. But I want to stream as well as content create, and I'm going to be streaming on both Twitch and YouTube when I do stream, because I have this tool known as Restream. A lot of streamers know about that shit, which allows you to stream simultaneously to different platforms. So I'm going to be using my Twitch channel and my YouTube channel, and every time I stream, I'm going to be streaming at the same time. Well, maybe not every time, I'll probably switch it up, but that is the plan right now. And I'm going to try to dig deep into my brain vault, whatever the fuck you want to call it, and pull out some ideas, because that's another thing that I've been having a problem with as far as content creating. I'm dry right now. I'm on creator's block, you know, like writer's block. I'm on creator's block. I can't come up with new ideas because I feel like I've already put everything I can out there and it's on the table. And on top of that, I like to stand out. It's hard to do that on YouTube now. YouTube is as big as it's ever fucking been, because a lot of people are doing the same shit. It's so hard to stand out on YouTube nowadays. You don't understand, compared to how it used to be. You know, it's hard. Like, every genre has just so many channels in it now, and that's great for the platform itself. But if you're a new content creator, you're gonna have a hard time trying to build up and get your channel up when there's millions of other channels doing the exact same shit that you're doing. You have to dig even deeper to find a way to stand out, and that's what I have to do right now. I guess it's gonna take a lot of fucking, I don't know, man. I'm gonna figure it out, man. I know I can. But yeah, I just wanted to drop that update for you guys. I'm gonna try to get this shit another run, but at the same time, I'm not having the fun I used to have with it before, and that could have something to do with the status that I am, the fact that I've had a YouTube channel in a very bright light, and like with a lot of views and a lot of regular views that I could look forward to and whatnot, and also do with the fact that YouTube was a lot different back then, so I guess that plays a role into it, and the fact that I just outgrow shit as humans, we outgrow things, you know. But yeah, that's all I wanted to drop in this video. So be on the lookout for a lot of shit to come out. Hopefully I have some new fresh ideas. And I understand a lot of people are telling me that I need to get involved with networking more, and getting into podcasts and all that shit. And I do see how that can benefit a channel, and I understand, and I've seen firsthand how that can benefit a channel. And I understand why people would do that, or would strive to that, or would give me the advice to go for it. But at the same time, call me stubborn. I like doing shit my way, you know, like real concrete to how I want it done, you know. I'm not saying I don't want anybody lending me a hand or anything like that. I'm not that damn stubborn. I appreciate anyone's help, but there's a right time and place for shit like that with me, you know. And plus, I'm a lone wolf. I've always been that. Ever since I started YouTube, I've just been doing shit on my own. Now when and I've always had this in the back of my head, if I ever get big on YouTube or get, you know, enough regular audience going again, then I want to try to pull up small channels who are lower than I am and bring them up and shit like that, you know. It's weird how my mindset is when it comes to creativity, but that's just how it is right now, I guess. So yeah, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe to this video. It will be uploaded on the other channel. I do want to stream today, probably gonna stream some Witcher 3 or some shit, so be on the lookout for that. My Twitch channel is down the link below. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Follow that Twitch channel. I'm gonna try my hardest to bring that fun factor back, you know, and try to bring back, you know, the fun in YouTube, at least the fun in content creating for YouTube at least. And hopefully in doing that, maybe I can get rid of this creator's block that I'm on right now and give you guys some fresh new content, you know. I think I'm real optimistic about this. You know, starting this video off, I felt real pessimistic, like, you know, I'm just probably gonna end this video and say I'm done with YouTube. But as the video went on, I felt like, you know, I just can't leave this shit. I started feeling YouTube again as I'm creating this video, and it's a damn good feeling, you know. So we'll see what happens. That's pretty much it. This is the Krait Tovega, also known as iDocLife, and I'm out. Peace.